Hi friends, my name is Borrodante and welcome back to SCP-096. So here's where we left our shy guy last time. Now we have to work a lot on the bottom part of the body, obviously. Also, you friends in the comments had quite a few ideas. First of all, and that's also something that one of my friends mentioned, is that the forearms are ridiculously long comparing to shoulders. And that happened because of that trick with this muscle that I was talking about. I actually made it wrong. If we look at the sketch, not this one. Oh, I don't really have the skeleton sketch, do I? Anyway, the actual elbow is here, like the joint. But I started the muscle really high, and it makes it look like the joint is here. But I think we need to go even lower, like the joint might be here. Like the actual proportions should be normal, it's just that it's really long. So we'll do this. Then a lot of people said that we should add scratches, meaning not to forget to add them, so I'll just draw this kind of stuff. Then translucency effect with the veins. So that's another way to add some color to his skin. And also some reds on the skin, some blood spots. Oh yeah, work on the feet. I don't have to write that, I can do this. Make them a bit bigger. Show some mass on them, like they're actually pressed to the ground with his height, with his weight. So we'll do that, cause yeah, feet don't really look all that great right now. Hands are kinda cool. What else? Yeah, face. A lot of stuff about face. It's not that big in this composition, of course, but still. Maybe a bigger jaw, not as anime of an eyes, and not as cute of a nose and mouth. Make it a bit, I don't know, more closer to the face that we had in the very first version. Yeah, this kind of guy feels a bit more appropriate, because this one looks so cute and whatever. Wow, that's some gross notes I drew on his face. Let's just do this. Yeah, that's better for some reason. The shape of the spotlight from the flashlight. Some people said it's not, like it's too round or something, or it should be distorted by the wall. Well, not really, because the flashlight is right next to the camera. And when that happens, no matter what kind of distortion there is, we are from that angle where we won't see it. So there's that. Yeah, more reflected light, some kind of like make it a bit work all together with light, so we'll work on that a bit. So we'll see what we'll manage to do today. Maybe it's gonna be the last episode, maybe not. But I want this guy to be good. So let's work on the bottom area. Let's start with fixing... No, you know what? Let's start with fixing the arms. Oh wow, this looks almost like inverted. Ended up fixing the whole body with the liquify. You can see I'm using some masking. Pretty helpful stuff. Like you can mask out, for instance, torso, and then be sure that you can softly distort the arm without affecting the main body. Cool. And not hard to use at all. So, knock yourself out. So now let's fix all of this mess of a distortion. Let's look up some anatomy on the arms to find more reasons to add some cool details that will be noticeable in such a sharp light. So there's this muscle going there, and then there's extra muscle also going like this, and up to the very top. Alright. So I'm just going really softly, trying to find just the right shapes everywhere. Especially in the main area, like the most brightly lit one, because that's where all the attention will be. That's what will make this picture look awesome. So we really should pay a lot of attention to this area. The values. Everything is about the values. This month for me. I'm constantly changing the theme of what's super important. So someone said we should remove the belly button. This is a hard decision, I'm not sure. So someone in the comments said that there shouldn't be any belly button, and the argument was that, like, he's not a ghost of a human or anything like that, so he wasn't really ever born. But I mean, do we really want to specify that? Maybe he was born, maybe he was mutated, like a government experiment or something. Or more than that, he's just some kind of... You see, even if he's like a complete anomaly, like actual, like, paranormal activity, because he literally breaks any laws of physics by moving as fast as possible to the person that saw his face, and if the person is super far away, he will be moving extremely fast, like ridiculously fast, I assume. So in a couple of minutes, he will be there, no matter where you are, and breaking through any material, so he's really... doesn't really exist, right? But why does he look so much like a human then? No matter what kind of nature he has, he looks like a distorted human. And belly button is a part of a human. Same as nipples. Why does he have nipples? So it's hard to believe that he was like an experiment, that he was born in a lab. I'm not sure, if you're born in a lab, you won't have a belly button, or will you still have that? I'm actually not sure about that. But anyway, he couldn't be just created by some technology, by an experiment, because what he's doing is not exactly physically possible. He's closer to a ghost or some kind of, you know, just not really of flesh and everything. So the fact that he looks so much like a human means that it's not about his nature, it is just about the fact that he looks like that. It's too hard for my brain, especially when I'm concentrated on the lights. We can make two versions. I can make 25 belly buttons if we need to. I don't know. You see, the point is that in the description of this SCP, there was nothing mentioned about his belly button. They described everything that was unusual about him. That he's really tall, that his arms are really long, and everything, but they never said anything about the absence of a belly button. Also, I think he probably has genitalia then. Speaking of genitalia, let's fix some values on that. I noticed I went with too high of a contrast on bright areas. Like, it shouldn't go to darkness so quickly. It still should have a pretty noticeable gradient, like nothing should go flat bright, but it's just that darkness shouldn't come that quickly. So sometimes to make the values properly, like in here, we define these muscles with a bit higher contrast that we need, and then we take the brightest color and softly go over. So we keep the whole details that we defined really well a moment ago, and then we just lighten them up in the middle. Because that's what it's supposed to be. Because those changes of angle are super subtle, so it shouldn't go all that dark. In here as well, there's no way it would get so dark in here. But again, there's no way it would be completely flat too. And all the parts of the painting that are brightly lit are the most important one to define the details as precisely as you can. Spending really a lot of time on defining tiny subtle changes in the values. It probably looks like I'm not doing anything in the time-lapse, right? I wonder... I have this one brush in my old lifetime legacy pack of brushes. There's a brush, Burden of Gluttony, that's right. I think this is it. Yeah, this is a brush to create fleshy folds. Like on a big people. So the point is, it has this kind of look. So it might work really great for defining final details like tiny bumps on the skin and cuts, all kinds of scars on him. This will work really cool, I assume. So if you want, you can download this brush in the description if I won't forget to add it there. If I forget, remind me please. So I'll probably save this brush here. Oh no, I have to make this panel a bit bigger. My OCD is going crazy now. Let's make this one's longer as well. Oh yeah, this is way better. And like this. Nice. Saved the day. So I'm limiting the brightness of the first bones of the fingers because they're all bent away from the light source. You see right now, I bent all of them. This plane is the brightest, and in here, not a single spot will be as bright as here. So we lower the brightness on all of them and then work darker into the details. That's important sometimes to define the limits on certain areas if it's like obviously a big piece of details that are facing away like this. And further parts of the fingers are facing away even more, so even darker on those. Actually, it's like completely black, really, because there's no light on that angle anymore. But there's a reflected light from the skin, so I'm spitting on my tablet. Good, that means I'm passionate. Oh, there's 2 fingers in there. Alright. That's what she said. I am so sorry. Looking good so far? Oh, the morning's here. Should close the curtains. Okay, let's do a better job on them feet. What are those? Okay, so I did the feet as good as I can. Now let's maybe give it a try with increasing them in size a bit. I kind of forgot about it. Kinda worked out, I think. Still doesn't look perfect, the anatomy of the foot, especially this one. I'm just really not good with feet in general. I still have yet to do that the study on feet. Okay, cool. I love the way this knee turned out. Looks legit, kind of. This one's also okay, but not my favorite. So anyway, most of the anatomy is done. Now let's maybe think on the face a bit, and then call it done for this episode. So let's maybe start in liquefy. I was also thinking to make his mouth at all like crazy open, like maybe it's really wide. Like to make it into an actual scary kind of stuff. I think it's a good idea, because his mouth should be quite specific, considering it opens 4 times wider than the human can do. Well, that's a big fix right there. This is such a kid face, and this one's like some kind of a man. What a romantic sunshine is on the egg. Anyway, let's go through some details on the head. So let's widen that mouth a bit. Oh, this is gonna be good. So there we go. Kind of a cool mouth. What was it before? And now. Yeah, I think it's an improvement. Only, I think we should make the nose more straight and lower, because it's still kind of a bit of a my nose. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a liquefy. Better. Let's add tiny sharp teeth. Oh yes, very cute. Okay, so we basically finished all the anatomy, and maybe we'll still need to think on the face a bit, but mostly we're done here. Now only some extra details remain and some details on the background. So we'll do that in the next episode. We'll add a bunch of color and cool details and highlights too. So yeah, tell me what you think on this stage, although I'll continue painting right away probably. So yeah. Thanks for watching if you did. I guess you did if you're here. Leave a like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Accept your belly button. Do whatever you want. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.